Hello, it's Steve Bustin from Get Your Voice Heard here. This is the start of a new series of videos that are going to be on my YouTube channel and also for subscribers to my email newsletter. And in this next series, which I think is going to last for several months actually, I'm going to explore what underpins my whole approach to public speaking. And that's whether I'm going out as a speaker myself, delivering keynotes and other sorts of sessions, or whether I'm coaching other people in their public speaking. So whether they're preparing presentations, pitches, keynotes, whatever it is, this is what underpins what I do. So over the next few weeks and months in these videos, I'm going to explore the 5 areas that make up what I call cracking public speaking. And yes, there's a double meaning to the cracking there. So we're going to look at 5 different areas, and they are all handily beginning with a C. The first one is going to be content. Now, we'll look at things like the big ideas you might want to put across in a presentation. We'll also look at the small detail. We'll look at how you generate content. We'll look at how you structure content. We'll look at working out whether the content is right for your audience and how you might want to adapt it for different audiences. So we'll look at content over the course of several videos. We're then going to look at creativity. Now, this is about bringing it to life. This is about how you deliver. So we will look at, clearly we'll look at slides and we'll look at visual aids, but we'll also look at stories. We'll look at ways of making your presentation stand out from the, let's face it, morass of mediocre presentations that are out there. We'll look at how to open with impact, how to make a memorable close, ways of bringing creativity so that you're doing things that are a bit different, that aren't just the same old as everybody else. The next C we'll be looking at is confidence. Now, this is really about you and how you perform. So we'll look at things like body language. We'll look at how you use your voice. We'll look at charisma, gravitas, passion, all those sorts of things, and how they all come together to impact the way you impart your content, hopefully creatively, to your audience. We'll also then talk about connection, which is about connecting with that audience. We'll talk about being in the moment, as they say. We'll talk a bit about actually how you start to engage, build rapport. We'll talk about some of the tools you can use to build engagement and rapport. We'll talk about taking questions, all those sorts of things. And we'll also think a little bit about nerves and actually how they can impact the way you connect with an audience. The final C that we'll be looking at, which I suspect will be a few weeks, if not a couple of months' time, is going to be critique. Now, this is about how you get better as a presenter. I'm a big believer in the power of critique and feedback. So we will look at things like how you can get feedback from other people, from audience members, maybe from your peers, maybe from your boss. We'll look at how you can critique yourself. So we'll talk about the importance of using video when you are rehearsing your presentations. So it's all about how you take what you've got and make it better. We'll look at the art of the edit, how you critique the content you've got and weed out what doesn't need to be there and all those to make it sharper and punchier. So critique's a really important part of being a great presenter. It's also about how you look to constantly improve, which I think any presenter needs to be doing. So that's the cracking public speaking model. That's just an overview for you. As I say, over the next few weeks and months, we're going to explore each of those 5 areas in quite some detail because I want to really drill down into some of the nitty-gritty of presenting to really give you some tools and some tips that you can apply straight away. So join me for the next one of those. If you come to this via my YouTube channel, then do subscribe to my email newsletter. You'll find the link in the description below. If you come to this via my email newsletter while you're here on YouTube, do hit the subscribe button and also the bell for notifications so that you get told every time I upload new content. Thanks for joining me. I'm really looking forward to sharing this whole series of videos with you, and I'll see you soon.